So, you should be able to hear me now, because I can hear it. I can see the levels going. Sorry about that, guys. I was testing new things with the audio and stuff. So look, here's the thing, guys, okay? Because this needs to be addressed, all right? No, today is not my birthday, all right? My birthday was last week, October 31st, but this is my birthday chapter. This is my birthday from Oda, because my birthday is the 10th month and the 31st day, October 31st. This is 10/31. When I first joined the community, my username was Randy 1031. Ryo, my guy, thank you for saying happy birthday chapter. Okay, so like I said, birthdays come and go. Birthday chapters, it's a once in a lifetime affair. Okay, so that's what we're here. Unless you're born in, and this is, for everybody that follows the month, day, version of the calendar. But anybody not born in, November or December, you've got a birthday chapter now. So I am more excited about this chapter than I was about last week with the birthdays. This is the chapter I need to be iconic. This is the chapter that is going to stick with me. This is my number. This means something. All right. So I'm ready to get into this. We've got the blue avatar drip today. Randy Blue. I'm ready. Okay. You already know what time it is.
What's up, y'all? You know what time it is. It's about to be that time.
Zoe, I notice you. I see you. Oh, man. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for joining me. So, Don says this was an exquisite chapter. Okay. All right. Well, let's see if I'm going to be thanking Oda today. Let's see. All right. It's time to pull this up. We're going to get into this. My speech is done. This is the birthday chapter day. I've been looking forward to this chapter for years. Look at this. One Piece. Chapter 1031. Soldier of Science. Shout out to Amrit. Said, happy Diwali, Randy. Thank you. Oh, man. Soldier of Science. All right. So are we getting some Sanji action? Are we going to get some Sanji action? All right. Okay. So we got the front cover of Jump here. Luffy, Yamato, Momonosuke. All right. Look at this. I get a color spread for my birthday chapter as well. So we got all the first commanders here. All the right hands. Zoro front and center. Beppo looking like he's important. Marco looks great. Killer, Katakuri, King, Beckman, Rayleigh, Sabo. Why is Beppo taking so much of this spread up? Can Beppo finally do something? Can he finally do something, please? He's hitting that like 80s R&B album cover lean though. He's got the Thriller lean. He's got the Lionel Richie going on. He's got the God. Everybody did that. Oh man. All right. Okay. Wow. First page. Look at it. Chapter 1031. You go back to old Kaizoku fan subs episodes and all of that. You'll see my name in the credits. Randy, 1031. That was before I embraced the government and just said, you know what, I'm me. Here I am. I am Iron Man. All right. Throwing the OST in. You know how we do. I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready. Oh wow! I just got a notification. I actually ordered they finally made a figure of Wine Suit Sanji, and I just got a notification on my phone that it should be delivered today. Can't wait to add that to the collection. Onigashima Sanji. All right, let's go. After the crash. All right, so we're starting with the aftermath of what we saw in 1030, to be expected. She got crushed by the steel beams. Not even Big Mom could survive that. Pant. Law's pant game is always good. Huff. Take that, you giant hag. Alright. So we had TCB scans in here. Thanks for joining the stream. Thanks for everything you guys do. Don't forget to support the official always. Support both. TCB blesses us a little early, then we get the official. So your magnetic fruit. Awakened power allows you to assign fields of attraction. Pant. How long does it last? Why the hell would I tell you? Yeah, because we're going to be enemies after this. Oh, man. Okay. We got Law's a little shook. Beams are moving. Looks like they're moving in the opposite direction. See, Big Mom is a problem. I keep trying to tell people. Okay. She about to go on a rampage. She's about to go on a rampage. Life or Oshiruku. Crap, she's gonna use her soul pocus. How do these guys know about that? Sure, we still have some life left. Alright, this is how she's gonna take some souls. Let's go! We've been waiting for this. Let's go. Turn into a problem, Big Mom. Let's go. Look at that soul flex right there. Come to life. Yeah. Ooh, I'll use 1 year of my own lifespan, too. I can't rely on the weak souls of this riffraff. Oh, she just Moria'd. She just did an Asgard right here. She's gotten even bigger. It's been decades since I've felt pain like this. Your runs aren't bad. Trafalgar Law, Captain Kidd. The two of you and Straw Hat Luffy are serious about taking our thrones. Now, one thing that worries me is that whenever a bad guy goes bigger, that's usually a sign that they're gonna go down because once you inflate, that's how inflation works. Bring it on if you think you still have a shot. I'll show you what it means to be an emperor. I'll need to take down monsters like you if I ever want to uncover the true history. See, Law doesn't even care about the One Piece. This man is a Marine. Agenda. No more holding back. We're going all out. I don't give a damn what it costs. I'm gonna tear her from her throne. Okay. We'll see what you can do, kid. We'll see. Moving on. Next page. How'd she get so freaking huge? We're in hell. The castle's become an inferno. There's so many grunts out front. I'll have to go through the Awato chamber. Oh. Wasn't expecting some more Drake and Apoo. Let's go.
Certified trip. It's about to get spicy.
Ooh. Thank you, Hansa Avila. Said, happy late birthday. Thank you. Also is your birthday. So getting a One Piece chapter on this day is an amazing gift already. Plus Wanji. All right. So we, W's in the chat for Hanser. I've already assumed that Sanji is in this chapter based on the title, so not too much of a spoiler. All right, we're back in the Awato chamber, which should be the same cave that Yamato was in. So Apoo's like, check it out, hold up, I said cool it. Are you for real? Scratch, boom. I'll repay Straw Hat by finishing you off. I figured out how your attacks work. Okay, but still, like we brought up last week, he's gonna have to fight him without going full T-Rex, because he is never gonna take those little T-Rex hands and cover his ears. That's just not happening. He's very much at a disadvantage in this fight. At a glance, it seems like your techniques strike randomly, but that's not true. They follow your line of sight. Your target just needs to hear you. Check her out, you're giving the game away. Whatever, man, I got 3 numbers backing me up. You're screwed anyway. Check her out. Oh, man. Shout out to Raul Zapata. Thank you. These numbers are not getting involved. Oh, Yamato just bumped in. Okay. Drake, Apoo. Why is one of the Flying Six here with an informant? Yamato's against Kaido. Trying to win Drake over was a bust. Time to switch gears. Young master, have I got some news for you? Let's rap. Not now, I gotta cut ties with Kaido. So I'm not on your side. For real, and you'll really want to hear this. Don't get in my way. Wait, Yamato. I've abandoned Kaido too. I'm loving this. This is cool. This was unexpected and I love it. My bad, Drake. I gotta run off then. Oh wow. Onigashima and the flower capital are at stake. What? The hell are you doing? Damn it, I can't miss this chance to get Yamato on board. Right. I probably said T-Rex. I meant Allosaurus. We know. Arms are still tiny. Follow me, you two. You're not getting away, Apoo. CP0 closing in. Let's go. Let's go. Next page, second floor. Run, Baron Corpse. Protect Nico Robin. These adversaries are formidable. Yes. Hang on, Robin-san. We need to take flight. I recognize them from Dressrosa. Why are they here? Even among the elites of CP0, the masked agents are in a class of their own. Alright. Pleasure Hall. Left Brain Tower Skull Dome. Next page. How could you? She's just a young girl. You're with the Rebel Army, aren't you? Yeah, but you got it wrong. It wasn't me. I couldn't have. What? Don't play dumb. You were with her alone. Get out. We just want to hide in peace. Who is this covering their face? This isn't right. Harming a lady is the one thing I'd never do. You beat her till she lost consciousness. Your sadism is disgusting. Everything about you goes against what I stand for. Oh yeah, so they begin that flashback to Constance or something? Can't remember her name. So is this supposed to be like some sort of illusion or something? I mean, like, obviously Sanji never did this. Shout out to Aria Man Luffy. Appreciate you.
Certified drip.
Hey, you're back. Where'd you run off to? Didn't you get the memo, you germ adult? The pleasure hall is closed. That tingling sensation stopped. Is the transformation over? I remember being lost in thought, then... Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just a geisha from the flower capital. Kaido's men brought me here, but I'm not with them. Please don't hurt me. The next thing I knew, she was on the floor, bleeding. She had a terrified look in her eyes. Hey, Luffy, which version of me do you want around? My human side has always made me useless against female enemies. But as a soldier of science, I'd be able to coldly execute anyone you ordered me to. Even a beast like this would be easy to dismember. Whew. Oh. It's too beautiful. He's pulling the suit out. Hold on. What kind of person does the Pirate King need by his side? I'm not sure I know the answer, but I've made up my mind. Ooh, you're finally breaking out the Germa suit! My dormant, augmented abilities were awakened by wearing this damn thing. But it doesn't matter at this point. I'm not going to lose any more of myself. I'll never belong to Germa. Smash. Ah, what a waste. I wanted to see you morph. Did he just break it? Oh, man. Farewell, Germa. Farewell, woman's bats. I'll end this fight my own way. Ring, ring, ring. Baloo, 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 baloo. Baloo, 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 baloo. Outside the dome, Zoro versus King. I had expected some Zoro stuff this chapter. Gotcha! Where'd this transponder snail come from? Slipped it into your Haramaki just in case you got lost and wound up facing death in the corner somewhere. What do you want, you dumb cook? You're distracting me. I'll be quick, just listen. We're gonna beat the Beast Pirates. Well, obviously. After the dust settles. If I'm no longer myself, I want you to put me down. What? Not sure if I get it, but fine. If it comes to that, I'll make it swift. Now I've got something to look forward to. So that means you better not die before then. Thanks. How did you disappear again? Is this thanks to Judge's experiments? Germa brat? Stop stoking the fire. I'm already white hot. Hell memories.
Savage. He said the gods. It was food. Devil. It was spices. Certified drip. It's about to get get spicy. Hey, hey, look, he don't feed, he don't feed, he don't feed, bro. He don't feed, he don't feed, bro. He don't feed, he don't feed, bro. He don't feed, he don't feed, he don't feed. I'm certified drippin'. Catch me in my city. We bout to get lit. I'm savage and I'm gritty. Look, yeah, I got the heat, and it's on my feet. Shout out to OP. Yeah, I'm about to go OP. Sanji with the heat, with the heat. Luffy fuck with me, fuck with me. Yeah, I got the heat on feet. Yeah, I got the heat on feet, bro. Posted with my bang, sipping on Bombay, Diable Jambe, Diable Jambe. He don't feed, he don't feed, bro. He don't feed, he don't feed, he don't feed, bro. He don't feed, he don't feed, bro. He
don't feed.
he don't feed. I'm about to go.
Sanji.
I'm about to go. Sanji. I'm about to go. Sanji.
Oh man.
Sanji. Hey. Diable Jambe. Hey. Diable Jambe.
Hey, hey.
Diable Jambe. Hey. Diable Jambe. He don't feed. He don't feed.
He don't feed.
He don't feed. He don't feed.
Checking out these color pages now.
He don't feed. 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 I'm certified drippin'. Catch me in my city.
Man.
We bout to get lit. I'm savage and I'm gritty. Apron on me.
Apron on me.
Get it, show. Savage. Shout out OP. Going OP.
Oh man. All right. Well, thank you, Oda. This was a much better chapter than last week. Glad, you got the memo and you decided to give me something a little Sanji focused. Put a lot of great characters into this chapter. Yeah. Whew, man. There's a lot going on here. I am mourning the raid suit, though. I am mourning. That is that's not good.
Bro, look, he got the heat on feet, bro.
Wow. Raid suit Sanji is gone forever. For the immediate future, foreseeable future, unless we get something later on. But it did what it needed to do, I guess, by augmenting Sanji to begin with. Say bye-bye to that drip.
Certified drip. It's about to get
Get spicy. Oh man. Vern. Thank you. Thanks for dropping by, man. I know it's harder these days. Here, let me get the these. Take a look at these super chats here. Wow. All right. I love the apron. But I'll stick with the drip I've already got.
certified drip. It's about to get spicy.
Oh, thanks, guys. So Vernon Co. said, got sent an extra Kaizoku tea on accident. They told me to keep it. But here's the extra money for it because you deserve it. Also, do you think Sanji really hurt that woman? I feel like Oda wouldn't go there. Happy birthday, chapter. We feasting. Thanks, Vern. I'm glad you got a second shirt. I mean, hey, spread shirt flexed on you. And then you flexed on me. I mean, I thank you, man. Thanks. I do not think that he actually hurt this woman. I mean, if anything, it was like him running and then like she fell because he was running so fast and then he accidentally bumped into her. I think that's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Savage.
But like I was saying, you know, this is something that I want to see Nami come in and correct. You know what I'm saying? Like I want him to run into Nami. Nami will be able to set him straight. You know, he's relying on Zoro to take him out if his emotions are gone and all of that. I don't know if that's the way that, you know, things are really going to go here. But we'll be spending a lot of time talking about this, I'm sure. Hamad, thank you, my friend. He said, Sanji is a man of principle. I'm here for it. Heat, heat, heat. Amazing chapter. Yes. Oh, man. Shout out to T-Bomber74. Said, Straw Hat brand raid suit incoming. Maybe Frankie pulls through. Or Vegapunk. You know, who knows? But I'm here for it. My guy AJ, thank you, brother. He said, raid suit Sanji is never gone. He's merely in Sniper Island with his other crewmates Soge King, Gin, and the annoying kids from the One Piece movies. Always in our hearts. Always in our hearts, just like Savage Island as well. Taking it back to earlier streams.
Savage.
Ryo, thank you. Them eyebrows, though. I've been seeing a lot of stuff in the chat here about the eyebrows. Let's take a look. Lucy B. Be careful. There are spoilers out for the next 3 chapters? The next 3 chapters. See, I heard something about this on the Discord. 3 chapters? That guy's gonna get, that's not good. That's not good. I gotta stay off the internet for a month and change? Oh, God. Rit, thank you, man, said, birthday chapter didn't disappoint, did it, Randy? It did not. It did not. The chapter that came out on my birthday, well, you know, not as good. This is a chapter. This is good. This is good. We got some stuff to talk about here. Cassidy, if it came down to it, could Zoro actually put down Sanji? I don't think that he could. I don't think he could bring himself to. This is such a conflict. Not only that, can Zoro's swords cut this man? Can Zoro's swords cut this man is another question. Wow. We got over 600 people in here. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for stopping by. We in here. We in here. Joss650. Happy birthday, Randy. Thank you. It was last week, but this is the birthday chapter. This birthday corresponds to the actual date of my birthday, 10/31. So it's just funny how that lined up like that back to back. I don't understand how that happened, but it did. If Oda didn't take a break, this would have been on my birthday. Did you like this chapter for your birthday, or did you want to see a bit more? I wanted to see Sanji finish Queen off. Yes. Ty. My guy. Gotta have it.
Do you see this jacket? Pay my taxes. Trust me, you can track it.
Thank you, brother. I'll get right to that. Answering Ja right now. He said, did you want to see a bit more? I wanted to see Sanji finish Queen off. Yeah. So I was like all like into everything. It did sort of like end at a weird point for me. But I'm okay. I'm okay because it's going to pick up in 10:32. Like the way that this ended, we're going to definitely get some more Zoro stuff, and I believe we're gonna see more of Sanji in the next, one to two chapters. I think that Oda's going to wrap this through line up, or Nami may end up somewhere nearby, or I think Sanji's got to run into Nami. I think that's what's got to happen. So yeah. I'm excited and I'm very amped about the chapter, but yes, I always want more. Not enough to look at spoilers though. So if you guys have read those 3 things that Lucy was talking about, I don't want to know about them. I like to see it. I like to see it happen. My guy Ty said, "Happy chapter birthday, Captain Ranji." I caught all the Neo begin to believe vibes when Blackleg was self-reflecting on how he could easily dismantle Queen. Also, Infant said the raid ... suit failed. So, yes. Morge?
Another one.
Where did I put that? Where did I put that Morge doll? I was going to pull that out and be like, at least something failed, right? Raid related. There we go. Oh, yeah. Absolutely loved. Shout out to E. Anderson Emmanuel. I loved when Sanji, just looked at Queen like, this dude's nothing. I'm going to take him out very easily. I can take this guy out. No problem. This dude is nothing. That, easily one of the best parts of the chapter. The Sanji focus, of course, I love it. I really liked Yamato running into Drake. That was one of those Oda twists and turns, unexpected things that just really made me excited. That was an excellent interaction. I loved that. We'll talk more about that. This raid suit failed thing, I can't get over this. The memes are too good. Shout out to my guy Chin, member for 6 months. Thank you, brother. Destroying raid suit is Sanji's conviction, Randy. Sanji Monster 2.0 is coming. He's standing to his convictions. We like conviction over here, so I appreciate that. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm going to miss the drip. But I'm here for it. AJ said, Ty, you the MVP. Yep. W's in the chat for Ty. AJ said, chat, hit the like button. Listen to the man, hit the like button. Also, Big Mom powered up and conscious is something I really want to see. Yeah. We're getting Shadow, Asgard, Soul, Asgard, Big Mom. Personally, I want to see Kid-in-Law go down. I don't want them to beat Big Mom. We'll see. Chin said it's huge mom now. Koski Odin said Wanji is the most developed Straw Hat. I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that because there is so much emphasis. There is a clear arc through line. There are struggles that he goes through internally that the other characters have not. The closest to him is Robin. And most of that development was pre-time skip. Sanji is the most consistently developed upon character. All right. Everybody's saying the eyebrows. So let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. So if his eyebrows changed, does that mean that his hair flipped to pre-time skip side? Is that what we're seeing here? And does it flip mid-chapter? Because let's see. Let me see here. All right, so that's the same. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, that's not the right curl. It's curling the other way.
Savage.
Yeah, it's curling the complete opposite way. It doesn't match pre-time skip or post-time skip. It's actually legitimately just like this side used to curl, but now it's this side. Oh, wow. And you can actually see the difference when you look at the flashback. That makes it even more obvious. When you see the flashback with his brothers, oh, wow. It's curled the same way as his brothers now. That's interesting. Wow. He certainly looks more menacing with it that way. Man. Did this guy light his whole body on fire to do Hell Memories? Man. That's nuts, guys. Really is the Germa curl. So he vanished. I saw someone say that he turned invisible as well. PXPX said that. I don't think that he turned invisible at all. I think that he just moved really fast. You know, kind of like what he did when he attacked Oven really quickly in Whole Cake. Like he just, bloop, went, kicked him, came back. That's what he's doing there. He's just moving super fast, and Queen didn't catch him. Whew, man. Eyebrow 66. JD Legend was so shocked by this. I'll have to see what he was saying. Man. This is crazy. Oh, man. Shout out to Chin. Thank you, man. Said, Randy, I mentioned Sanji possibly destroying the raid suit last week in the chat. Did not expect to happen on my 7th birthday. On your 7th birthday? What do you mean by that? You mentioned that in chat? Because I missed that. If you said that, I mean, that's a W for you for sure. Because I was not predicting that. I was not predicting that he was going to destroy the suit.
Another.
Shout out to Lucy B. Said JD Legend was so befuddled. He said he wants to talk to Joy Girl, King of Lightning, and me again. Look, here's the thing. If Jay wants to do another Sanji summit, I'm here. I'm ready. Talk about it all day. Man. Shout out to DJ BJ32, member for 6 months. Thank you, my guy. Hello, chat. Hello, Randy. Happy birthday, my dude. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, man. Chen said Sanji bias Summit 2.0. Hey. Come on. AJ, thank you again, my man. He said, after the raid, Zoro, your eyebrows are reversed. Time to die. Sanji, stupid moss head, I'm not different. Zoro, my stupid cook has different eyebrows. Fight continues. Luffy laughs. Robin is kidnapped. Well, that story took a turn. Oh my god. Yeah, that's what would happen. In the midst of all of that, that's when Robin would get kidnapped. That's exactly what Oda would do. Shout out to Trey Bird, my guy, said, new raid suit with the super tailored certified drip courtesy of our resident scientist, Frankie, incoming. Shout out to Talar. I'm cool with that. I'm cool, but they're going to need the pieces of the tech, I think, unless Frankie, like, already took a look at it and then is able to apply it based on what he saw in, like, Vegapunk's, island and all of that. That could be a possibility. I don't know. Shout out to Gabe C. said, my 2 favorite Straw Hats are in trouble, and I'm scared. You talking about Brooke and Robin? Because they might be in trouble. Zerzekazen said, most likely Sanji's left eyebrow is inverted to convey that he has both sides of Germa, his mom's wish and his dad's mods, just like Reiju, who's altered after birth but spent time with their mom. See, I don't believe that Oda is going to go down this route that Sanji's going to lose his emotions. I feel like that would sort of negate a lot of the character development that Sanji's already, like, gone through. I don't think that Sanji needs to be able to hit women to be to be the wing of the Pirate King. I think that Luffy likes Sanji because of his kindness, because of who he is. So all he really needs is just to be reminded that he is not his brothers. He can have their powers and all of that, but that he is Sora's success. He got the modifications from his father. Whoop-de-doo. Great. But he was already strong before that. So this is just an add-on. It's not diminishing any of his growth physically. Because physically, he, achieved all of that through training with Zeph and on his own and all of that and at Kamabaka. So beyond that, having these sort of modifications happen to him, that does not negate any of that. All it does is it proves that Sora's sacrifice will be in vain if Sanji loses the emotions. It's not in vain if Sanji gets durability and loses his emotions. I don't think he's going to lose his emotions. He's just worried about it because he's scared of what his brothers became. And it's reasonable for him to have those thoughts. But that's where I believe someone like Nami is going to be able to come in and set him straight. And that's a good arc for the two of them. Shout out to Bleezy Bird. Oda was brilliant using hell memories here. Yeah. Because it's a different hell memories, right? It's not the Kamabaka hell memories. This is his childhood hell memories. This is everything with Germo, with Judge, his brothers, all of that. That's what he's hitting Queen with. And that's great. Interesting. Kukijoba said 100 chapters since the first use of the raid suit. Was that 931? I mean, that feels right. That feels right. That might be right. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Chitty Bang Squared. Join the channel. Thank you. Welcome to Certified Drip.
Certified drip.
Evo, my guy. Lucci wore a mask in Dressrosa. So now we know that means he ranks highly as well. W chapter, W suit. Thanks, man. Yeah. This chapter's a W for sure. This day is a W for sure. Wow. Let's see. Zur said he's not going to lose his emotions, I think, but he'll keep the benefits without any negatives. That's what I think. I think that's what's going to happen. Because everybody's... I think Oda's using Wano and Onigashima respectively now to give all of the Straw Hats the necessary upgrades that they need to go forward. And this is what we saw in Eni's Lobby, and there are so many Eni's Lobby parallels, right? So, whereas Sanji got Diable Jambe in Eni's Lobby, now he's getting his brother's, durability and all of that. Robin, got her demon form. Zoro has Enma and now, Conquerors, and I'm sure he'll be able to have some other evolution happen during his fight with King. Frankie, we haven't necessarily seen an upgrade from him. We'll definitely need that. Usopp, if Zoe is right and Usopp is gonna get a devil fruit, then that could be his upgrade if he gets Conjuro's fruit. I'm here for it, and that theory has legs now that he's following Kinemon's legs over to where Conjuro is. Nami has Zeus as a homie inside of the Climatact. Luffy, obviously has been upgrading a bunch. And Jinbei hasn't had one. So it's really Jinbei, Frankie, and Brook that we need to see sort of level up a little bit right now.
Savage.
Shout out to Chitty Bang Squared. Said, glad I finally got to join the channel. Appreciate you. Said, thoughts on Sanji using white flames at the end of this chapter? Flames on him look very different from the other fire in the series. That's interesting. Now I'd have to go back and analyze different Diable Jambe panels to see that, but it does look like he's like almost doing a Thriller Bark Super Saiyan fire form transformation again. And I'm okay with that. Saw someone in the chat earlier say Human Torch Sanji, and I'm okay with that. Oh. Well, it does look different. I see the shading, just looking at the fire around King as well is different than the fire that Sanji's using. So there might be something to that. There could be something to that. Let's see. We're getting into the good stuff now, guys. Oh, man. Shout out to Barry Motivated. Said, my birthday chapter was Sanji pulling out the raid suit to wear for the first time. Your birthday chapter is him destroying it 101 chapters later. Look at that parallel. Well, happy belated birthday to you. That would mean your birthday was last month. Yeah. Wow.
Savage.
100 chapters. Someone said that earlier, that it was 100 chapters since the raid suit. And you know Oda is doing all of this on purpose. All of this number stuff is so on purpose, so on point with everything. Like, he knew. I'm going to wait to destroy this until it's been around for 100 chapters. There are so many things where it was... What was the other thing recently that was 100 chapters ago that, like, had a play too? I feel like it was something very recent had a 100 chapter ago type thing as well. Gabe C. said, the woman that Sanji kicked bears a strong resemblance to Sarah Hebe, the snake woman that's part of Black Maria's group. Do you think it could be her? At first, that's who I thought it was. To be honest, that's what I thought. And I do not think that it actually is Sarah Hebe. You know, on like second glance and like more, you know, looking at... I mean, even the pattern of the dress is kind of similar. But when you see this, when you see the panel of them saying, Kaido's men brought me here, but I'm not with them, that does not look like Sarah Hebe. But, you know, I mean, this could be, you know, some other trick or trap or anything because, you know, from Black Maria's gang or whatever. I mean, I don't want to say that Black Maria is getting back up or anything. I would prefer that she doesn't because she got clutched. Just stay down. Just stay down. This could be, you know, this could tie into the people from the town that, you know, they've been kidnapping and using, you know, like even when you go back to the flashback in chapter 1001, you know, we see Ace on Onigashima freeing people from the town. So it's very possible that there are townspeople on Onigashima right now, and this person could be one of them. Now, one thing that I do want to draw people's attention to, because I'm looking at this panel here of the girl on the floor. He says, I remember being lost in thought then. Kya, I'm sorry. I'm just a geisha from the flower capital. If you look in between Sanji and the girl, there's like a... Oda has drawn an area that he wants you to see and notice. And this is normally used as like a... This is, you know, what... it's sort of a focus point type thing. But it also could be used if someone else was attacking this person, right? So there's a way to argue that someone used a projectile from far away and hit this girl, and then Sanji, you know, while he was lost in thought, maybe his observation haki wasn't
certified.
I didn't hit that, but I mean she's bleeding and it is certified. Since he's lost in thought, his observation haki might not have been focused because he was, you know, he was somewhere else, right? So what he might have noticed, he didn't hear. So I think someone else attacked this girl, and Sanji thinks that it was him. Ooh. Man. Let me catch up on some of these super chats. Let's see. Harry G said, missed a reaction because of work. I had a feeling Sanji would ask something like that of Zoro, but not this early.
Savage.
Let's hope the power scalers don't pervert this moment to say Zoro low diff Sanji. You know they will. You know they will. Oda gives Sanji fans a bone, then he's got to give Zoro fans a bone, you know, a chapter or two later. So, yeah. The reaction was fun. The read-through was fun, I mean. Yeah, you know, I mean, there's an element to it that is reminiscent of the end of Thriller Bark, you know, and that whole interaction and all of that. There's a lot of trust between Sanji and Zoro, despite their differences, that, you know, often goes unnoticed and isn't really talked about. But, you know, I just, my thing is Oda putting this into the story because that's the route that he's going to go? And he is going to have Sanji lose his emotions? Or is it just what I think it is, and it's just Sanji in his head and trying to be preventative? But to go to that length and have Sanji call Zoro really, really brings up these questions. Shout out to Stefan Sokolowski. Thank you. Do you think that Sanji and Zoro's heritage arcs are being weaved together at the same time by Oda on purpose? Absolutely. And it might culminate with a big emotional moment between the two of them. Keep up the awesome streams. Thanks, Stefan. There's no mistaking it. There's absolutely no mistaking it. So we got all of that, you know, we got the year of Sanji. This really should be the year of Zoro, but, you know, knowing Oda, he is postponing that. I fully expect, you know, Elbaf to be the year of Usopp, and then we'll probably get a year of Nami as well, you know, because she's going to be instrumental in navigating us to, you know, Laugh Tale, right? At least for the core, you know, East Blue guys. Oda's going to definitely put some focus on them. I'd love to eventually learn about Nami's true parents. That's something that I've always been waiting for, you know. My big early L in the community, and I always talk about this, was that even before we learned that Sanji was a Vinsmoke, I was saying Nami is one of Big Mom's daughters. And I thought that was what he was setting up in Thriller Bark. And you really can't fault me, because there's something to that, you know. Obviously not now. Vern, my guy, he said everything at work just broke, so I've got to dip. So long, everyone, and thanks again, Randy. W chapter, great to be here live again. Great to have you here again, man. You know, I hope you get everything fixed at work soon there. Red Hawk 972. Randy, do you think this is the tragedy that Oda mentioned happening, or is it something else? I mean, we have to remember what series we're reading, and you know, while I do believe that if any of the Straw Hats, you know, could possibly die, that it is more likely than any of them to be Sanji, because there is actual foreshadowing even in this chapter, you know, talking about Sanji dying. Would Oda do it, though? That's the thing, especially looking back at 1030, right? I can't imagine that the tragedy of Wano would be Sanji's death. If Sanji was actually going to die, it's going to be at the very end of the story. And against a much bigger threat than Queen. Evo, yes, that's what it was. That Zoro used Ashura after 500 chapters. That's what it was. That's what I was talking about earlier when I said there was something that had like a, you know, 100 mark thing. I thought it was 100 chapters, but it was that. That was the thing recently that I was remembering. Rondon Meyer said Morge called this the best Sanji chapter in the series. Would you agree? That's sort of a stretch for me. I think it's a great Sanji chapter. You know, him handling his convictions, him dealing with his family, him destroying the raid suit, that's fine. Him talking about, you know, what does it mean to be under Luffy and actually, you know, perverting it in his own mind, because he should know better, and he should know that Luffy just wants him as he is. And that, you know, this whole bit about, you know, becoming a monster for Luffy is, while necessary, not at the behest of, like, your own being. So, you know, he would be very upset with Sanji if he actually sacrificed himself. So it's good. There's definitely there's emotional beats here. It's a great character episode for great character chapter for him. As a Sanji fan myself, I wouldn't call this the best Sanji chapter. Very motivated said, plot twist, Soge King is CP0. Oh man. Still have like 500 people in here. Thanks so much for being here, guys. Like the stream if you like it. Subscribe if you haven't. If you're, you know, if you're into more One Piece content. AJH17, thank you. Said, as a diehard Usopp fan, I am extremely hyped for Elbaf. I already spammed personal speculation headcanon. Usopp Mjolnir, 10-ton hammer. That's interesting. That would be quite the upgrade. Chin said, Randy, I see a foreshadowing Berserk Sanji hits Robin after defeating Queen. I met Robin by coincidence. Sanji wasn't at Zo when Robin mentioned she is strong. Nakama to protect her. You think that Sanji is going to hit Robin? I can't agree with that at all. Shout out to Fran Gomez. Thanks for subscribing. I can't see. Sanji would never hit the crew. He would never hit Robin or Nami, even if he lost his emotions. Shinichi said, what's the best Sanji for you? I mean, you know, my top moments is saving everybody from rain dinners. Thanks for the light. The whole Sea Train arc is probably like the best series of Sanji chapters that we got, because it was so Sanji focused. He was basically leading all of that. Leading the charge on it. So good. And I mean, there were even moments in Whole Cake that, you know, you could go back to. Sanji leading the crew in Zo. Like, I don't know if this is better than any of that, but this is still good, and I think that this will be better in the anime. So I'm excited for that. Oscar Althausen said, check out the Drake and Numbers part again. One of them recognizes Yamato. So I know that a lot of people want to convince me that, like, these numbers are the samurai. I do not believe it. I'll take the L if I need to, but I just... like, of course the numbers are going to know who Yamato is. Like, everybody in the Beast Pirates crew knows them. It's not like the numbers are hidden from Yamato. And Yamato, you know, wasn't necessarily locked up all the time. As we can see, when Kaido left while Ace was there, Yamato was essentially defending Onigashima. So if any of the numbers were around then, Yamato would know would know them. So I just if that's the route that you're going, I can't get with that. I mean, like here, Yamato is back in the the Iwato room. These these guys are in there. Only one of them bears a strong resemblance in my mind, but it doesn't line up with my own headcanon about what the numbers could be, or what those experimentations done in Punk Hazard were. I'm excited for some CP0, Robin, and Brooke stuff. I feel like we're going to get that within the next 2 to 3 chapters as well, and I'm here for it. I need Brooke to take on one of these guys. I need that mask to come off. We need to find out if these guys are, the guys that Big Mom may or may not have eaten. We need to see, could they be, some of the guys that we saw at Ohara, right? So could this be Spandine? Could this be Lasky? Stuff like that. Let's see here. Catching up on the chat a little bit. Yeah, see, Barry Motivated said it right here. Shout out to FNU TBD. Thanks for joining. Talked about the bingo chapter. Like, that's... Sanji is someone who has a lot of moments. Right? A lot of moments. And sometimes those moments come in chapters. And I would say that the memorable moment for Sanji in this chapter in itself, I think when it's animated, it'll be the conversation with Zoro. But in the manga here, it's actually him breaking the raid suit. That's the moment. The internal struggle is good. I'm here for it. But it doesn't constitute a moment in itself. It's just necessary character growth. Yeah. And I think that Grayish agrees, because they even did a page coloring for breaking the raid suit itself as well. Yeah. Ooh, catching up a little more. Let's see. Oh, shout out to Destroya, messaged your super chat earlier. It's a great chapter. I appreciate the fanfic ideas that'll come out of Sanji and Zoro's conversation. Missed the reaction because of school. Rip. Well, the VOD will be up, so you'll have that. And I see that Chrissy was in the chat now. Man. Oh, let's see. Yep, raid suit use 9:31, raid suit destroyed 10:31. Let's see. Kaiten Stark. Wonder how Sanji's claim of becoming a threat from Thriller Bark would play out here, since Wano has plenty of callbacks to Thriller Bark. Thoughts? So his threat, or his exclamation in Thriller Bark was that at the end of the day he would become the greatest threat to the world government. So in that respect, he would have to be up against the world government, and currently he's up against a pirate. So I don't think that that's going to play into effect here. Now, if he, dispatches Queen quick enough and then gets involved in the CP0 stuff, which would be great, then he can become the biggest threat to the world government there by, taking out some of, those agents and angering the Tenryubito, Celestial Dragons, right? I think it's going to play even more of a role when we're at the final war and Sanji does some of his, like, Mr. Prince, Batman type stuff in the shadows and, like, flips a switch or does something that, like, really turns the tide for everything and he becomes the biggest problem for the world government. That's what Oda has set up. That Sanji is going to do something like that. And that's not here. Let's see. Copyright. Randy, do you think Big Mom knows how much life she can take away from herself? Is it possible that she removes a year of her life and then dies immediately because she miscalculated? Nah. I don't see that. I think she knows. She's got to know how much she's got. Which is kind of crazy, too. To, like, know exactly how much lifespan you have. But the other thing, too, is that since she can steal lifespan, it would be interesting if her power is able to apply other people's lifespan to her own. In which case, that would be like Law's Fruit and immortality and all of that. So I don't know if that's... I don't know if you can do that. But we'll see. Chin said, Uteron number fail, no Vegapunk. Yeah, I had a lot of people telling me about Uteron's, whole deal and everything with that, and how he wanted to see Vegapunk. And I mean, that would have been cool. That would have been cool. Like going back and saying, hey, what's your birthday chapter? Oh, well, my birthday chapter was 1031, and that was the chapter Vegapunk showed up. That would have been cool. But instead, it's the chapter where Sanji breaks the raid suit, and I'm okay with that. That's the big takeaway from this. This is the chapter where the raid suit broke. Paul Anderson, do you ever blink, Randy? I don't know. You tell me. Yeah, 8 Brawler 10 said if she was able to do that, she could theoretically live forever. Yeah, that's why I don't necessarily see that happening, but, that's the problem with not knowing the ins and outs of so many fruits. Barry said, I'm scared to see this anime that is already emotional. Anime is going to make me bust a fat tear. Probably me too. The anime is... The anime, it always hits hard for me. Yep, Barry again saying, the Sanji Bingo chapter meant so much because we had gone through the most, getting to the mansion, dealing with CP9, watching Robin leave with him, feeling hopeless, and then Sanji shows up with a plan, and that's what Sanji does. And that's exactly what is going to make him a problem for the world government later on, when he shows up with a plan. So... Now, I know there was a Blinkings for the week. Does it say, where's the Morge plush? I don't know. I don't know if I want to make it like a full staple where it's just always in the background. You know, like I think maybe like sometimes I'll bring it in or whatever. It's somewhere over here. Let me see. I know there were some other super chats that I need to get to that unfortunately I missed at the beginning. And so I want to read those. I'm gonna re-go through the chapter, see if there's anything else that we missed. And now, as far as like Sanji's eyebrow goes, I'm assuming this is the first time that we're seeing the eyebrow actually have switched. So Lucy B said there actually are people who say the anime is superior to the manga. It can be. It can be. I mean, and as someone, you know, that you know, is a filmmaker and all of that, like, manga as a medium is excellent. But when you actually adapt that and you have the images move and you have people talking and you have music and sound effects, the page comes to life in a way that it can't. So it can be superior if it's adapted correctly. That's why I always tell people, you know, like, yeah, you can watch the actual anime, but definitely you should watch One Piece, because that, man, the emotion is like unrivaled. All right. Let's see. So the first super chat that I missed was from Brandon King. Said, read this after. There's a panel where Sanji's eyebrows are his brother's now. But yeah, glad to see Sanji reject modernity and embrace Monkey D. Luffy. All right. And then Nick Can't Snipe had a message deleted. I saw that was sent while I was reading, and I guess it had a spoiler in it, and the mods took it out. So sorry about that, Nick Can't Snipe, but we'll get you later. Nick Can't Snipe sent something again later. Said Yamato is speed running the Onigashima map, and Law is just gender bent Robin at this point. So that's been one of my issues with Law as a character, is that Robin was the person that always had plans and intellectual knowledge that the crew didn't on other people. And a lot of the post-time skip, that role has been Law, saying, oh, this is who this person is, this is what this is. Even as far as like in Dressrosa, Law being the person who explains to us who CP0 is. Robin is there and she knows who they are, but Law is the first person to mention them, instead of it being something that Robin brings up, having been with the Revolutionary Army and the Revolutionary Army's, battle with Cypher Pole and the world government, like, would have applied with her past in the with the Revolutionary Army as well. And there's certain elements of Law's character that have robbed Sanji of moments as well. And Nick Can't Snipe also said, wonder if the color of his hell memories literally changed to white. He's definitely using Germa memories instead of Okama memories. Yeah, we talked about that. And, yeah. And then I'm just doing a quick check here to see if there's any others that we missed. I think I got everything. Koro Sensei said, off topic, but have you heard about a nuclear war from 1,200 years ago between the Atlanteans and the Lumerians that were supposedly from another planet? I mean, that's some wild and wacky stuff. that no, I have never heard of. But hey, who knows, right? Okay, cool. I think I'm caught up. Eastboo Drew said, well, he did work for the government himself. Yes. Fall in line with my agenda. Ben King, what up, Randy? Banger ass chapter, I might say. I agree. Thanks for coming in and hanging out, Ben. Let's see. All right, catching up on the chat. Catching up. So I changed the OST for the streams, guys. I don't know if you've noticed. I don't know if it I hope it isn't overpowering. How's the volume on the OST? I mean, it's still I still have the old OST in there, but I added a lot of the stuff I use in the reviews. So stuff from Sty's Mask and then also Kato as well. Now. Waiting for the anime reveal of the he disappeared moment. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine that Sanji can just magically vanish as well without a devil fruit. I don't know about that. That's kind of wacky. I mean, I know obviously that like his brothers have powers without devil fruits, but that's like lineage factor, and like turning invisible unless you're using the lineage factor of like something that an animal that can camouflage. I don't know. Okay. Can barely hear it. Cool. I've upped it. I've turned up the volume. All right, so I'm going to look back at the chapter. Let's see what else we can... Hearing the OST now and it's a vibe. All right, cool. Bet. So I'll leave the volume there for future streams then. All right, looking back at the chapter, let's see what new things we can bring up, we can talk about. Loving the color page again. Marco's probably my favorite on it. The Beppo stuff is just ridiculous to me. I'm glad that Big Mom is not down. I thought that this was going to be Oda using Big Mom as a plot device to keep her out of the story, but this is a great opportunity to have her really like continue to be devastating. And it gives Kid and Law more to do while things are going on. I thought that potentially Law would run into CP0 if Big Mom was out of the picture. But it seems like they got their work cut out for them. like, Oda needs to solidify... Like, Big Mom is a great villain. One of the best in the series. But, you know, when it really comes down to it in the scheme of the story, like, as long as Ashura Doji remains dead as I believe him to be, Kanjuro will be able to go down as one of the best villains because he actually, like, did something that mattered. You know, like, he killed someone. Not that every villain needs to do that, but, like, even Kaido killed Odin, sure, but I'd like to see him do something in the present. That's why, you know, like, what he had done to Kinemon meant that much. Now, if Kinemon eventually succumbs to the wounds based off of, you know, his fight with Kaido, that'll make Kaido a little bit better of a villain. Big Mom, we've never seen her kill anybody, you know, so I'm just saying, if she takes out Kid, I wouldn't be mad. Oh, man. So Drake and Apoo are back fighting. Yamato just runs through on their way to the basement. I like this. Like, this is one of my favorite parts of the chapter. Just Yamato interrupting this fight, having an interaction with Drake. Could, you know, I still feel like, you know, Yamato is going to make it to the basement, have some sort of interaction with Orochi. The thing I'm most excited for right now is actually Brook and Robin, like, facing off with CP0. Because that's one of the biggest mysteries of this arc and the story at large. I want to know who these people are, and I want to know what they can do. And I'd like to see Brook really show off, because he was just sort of an assist to Robin's fight. And if, you know... But chances are Oda's going to use Brook in the same way that he used Brook against Big Mom, and use him to showcase how strong CP0 is. We'll see if Sanji gets involved, because there's two paths for Sanji. Sanji beats Queen, and then either runs into Nami and, you know, regains his emotions, or, you know, regains understanding that his emotions are still inside of him, or he saves Robin, fights CP0, and you know, remembers a bit of himself that way as well. There's a big mystery with this girl and how she got hurt, but Oda's definitely not going to have it be that Sanji actually hurt this woman. That's guaranteed. Anybody who says that, you know, Sanji actually did hit this woman knowingly is lying to themselves. But, you know, this is sort of a telling dialogue here where he says, "My human side has always made me useless against female enemies, but as a soldier of science, I'd be able to coldly execute anyone you ordered me to. Even a beast like this would be easy to dismember." One, who are you right now, bro? Because Luffy would never tell you to coldly execute anyone, period. Mindless a female. Like, yeah, take out Queen. You know what I mean? Like, or, I mean, looking at this panel, Dr. Octopus, the tail is split off into two claws. What kind of person does a Pirate King need by his side? He just needs you, bro. And this is what Sanji needs. He needs someone to slap him straight. And unfortunately, he called up Zoro, who would keep him straight to a point, but it's not going to keep this side of him straight. So he needs one of the more rational, human members of the crew to come in, like Nami. My My dormant, augmented abilities were awakened by wearing this damn thing. I mean, that's... I have to, like, wear that because that's one of my biggest W's that, like, I've ever had. Just me saying that Sanji has dormant cells and they will awaken at some point. And they have. Like, I love it. It's an excellent development in the story. And I'm right with Queen when he says, what a waste, I wanted to see him morph. I wanted to see him go back into the raid suit as well. But this isn't about the raid suit. This is about Sanji coming to terms with everything, and realistically, he is pushing it even further away. And it's kind of a step backwards from him telling Momo, wear your name like a man. Because that was coming from a man that does not proudly wear his name at all. So this story is continuing. It's ever continuing. And when it's done, it's going to be really beautiful. Because I think it is going to turn into a situation where Sanji will be able to embrace that Vinsmoke name somehow. But in his own way. And Sanji really does think that he's going to change. I don't see it happening. Back to the chat. Giovanni said this time Robin slaps Sanji. I mean, I'm okay with that too. Nami about to slap him again. I'm here for that also. Chin said he's losing more than his emotions, his own memories of beating women as well. That's worse. He didn't beat that woman. He didn't do it. There's no way. There's no way that Oda had him just, like, immediately, like, oh, my dormant cells just awoken. Oh, there's a woman? No. That's not what happened. Zoro saving Sanji emotionally would be epic, said Chitty. But to be honest, emotions aren't Zoro's thing, so I see Nami doing it more. Yeah, that's how I feel. I mean, if Zoro was able to do it, then yeah. Very motivated with the galaxy mind said Zoro stops him from berserking by bringing Nami to him. Why does everybody think that he's going to go berserk? Like, is that just, or are we like going off of like the Wolverine jokes that he's going to go into berserker mode? I don't see him going berserk. I just see him, embracing his augmentations and dispatching Queen very quickly. Phantom Greyfire said, Liam put up an interesting question. Who do you think the narrator of One Piece is? I don't think the narrator of One Piece needs to be anybody other than the narrator. Like, we've seen stories that show, have a narrator, and then by the end of the series, it's like, look, the narrator was this character all along. You know, like the narrator could be Usopp, it could be Brook, it could be Whoop Slap, you know, whatever. But I love just a regular omniscient narrator that doesn't really have to tie into anything. But if it was going to be anybody, I would want it to be Usopp. Blonde beard, that's not gonna happen. Mango Mark, if this really does somehow mess with Sanji's memories, do you think it could make him remember his kiss with Pudding? No, I think Pudding would have to actively put that back into his head, because that would sort of negate Pudding's powers, because if you're able to just remember something that she removed, then that sort of ruins the aspect of it being removed. Alright, so people are asking for 1032 spoilers, and obviously, guys, like, there actually are apparently some spoilers out. Like, I don't want to know them, right? I don't want to be confirmed. I don't want to be denied. I don't want to know anything. But based on the way that this story was laid out in this chapter, I think it makes sense if 1032 is a Zoro chapter, so that we go from Sanji to Zoro, but then come back to Sanji. Sanji needs to defeat Queen before Zoro defeats King. So I think we're going to get to a significant way into the Zoro and King fight, maybe. And then we're either going to finish Sanji versus Queen next chapter, or in 1033, San San. Let's see. If we're going to do some Uteron number things, 32 would be San Ni. Could we see the Sunny go?
Savage.
Could we see where the Sunny is in the next chapter? Sunny. I mean, with that, we could actually get the end of Sanji's fight next chapter as well. And then just go into focusing on Zoro right after. Either way, I think these fights are going to wrap up pretty soon. I'm surprised that Oda really hasn't gone back to Fukurokuju versus Raizo at all. I don't know what he's doing with that. He's really dragging that one out. Gabe C, thank you. Said, I can picture a scene where Nami finds out about Sanji hitting a woman, then vehemently denying it and calling back to Eni's lobby. True. She knows his code more than anybody. She saw it firsthand and had to deal with the consequences of it. So... But then again, I mean, she was kind of admonishing him, like, come on, can't you just fight her or whatever? So, I don't know. Louis Vasquez said, Sanji pulled a Christopher Moltisanti. I don't know who that is offhand, but I'm assuming it's probably somebody that, like, beat a woman or something, based on the context. Let's see. Oh, Chris from The Sopranos. Rizo's fight is happening in the Naruto-verse. It's funny. No, Chin, I do not want Kid-in-Law to win at all. If they do, whatever. You know, it's fine. What do I really want for the next chapter, though? I want more of the CP0, Robin, and Brooke stuff. That's what I want more than anything. But I think Oda's going to focus on Sanji and Zoro for a bit, and I'm okay with that. I don't necessarily see Oda constantly going back to the Drake and Apoo thing. I think he'll probably let that lie unless that is really supposed to be a bigger plot point. Like if we see Drake and Apoo in the next chapter, then there's something going on there that's going to play like immediately into something soon. So am I gonna miss the raid suit? Absolutely. Yeah. Then King, the 1,000 Sunny. Yeah. Something has to happen with the Sunny the next chapter. Because it's 1,000 Sunny. Like, if you really want to go into the number stuff, like, we just have to see the Sunny go in the next chapter. Like, we have to. Because it's the only time that, like, this is going to happen. I forgot about the 1,000 part of it. I was just thinking about the Sunny, and I'm like, oh yeah, duh. The 1,000 Sunny. Diz of the Ghost. Sanji in a Tommy Wiseau voice. I did not hit her. I did not. You know that's going in the... It's going in the analysis. Oh man, that's going in the intro. Oh man. Barry said, yes, what are we doing next week? That's right. We have a break. Afro Marco said I look awesome. Thank you. This is the only time in my lifetime that there will be a chapter 1031. So I had to break out a double birthday drip. Maybe I'll reach out to Jay and see if he wants where we can host the second Sanji summit over here on this side or something. We'll try and do a different thing. Marty, thanks for subscribing. Maybe I'll try and get a collab going or something. Otherwise, if I can't get a collab happening, then I would say probably just a hangout stream. Because we've done a bunch lately that have had a lot of themes and things like that, and Chrissy and I have a very busy month ahead of us, because we are currently planning a move. So there will be a new setup, a new studio that needs to be built at some point, you know, toward the end of the month. So I think a hangout is best rather than doing too much planning. But if I can set up a collab, you know, I'll try. Chrissy needs to make an appearance at the Sanji Summit. Yeah, we did find a place. Yeah. Blondebeard said, don't forget the Heat on Feet song. Trust me, this time it'll play. I'm not moving to Brooklyn. I do not like Brooklyn. That's like a funny meme with people I know in real life. Because I grew up in Manhattan, at the top of Manhattan, and it's like going to Brooklyn before it got gentrified and became cool. It was always just, why go to Brooklyn? What do you need to go to Brooklyn for? So a lot of people, when they're going to Brooklyn, they're like, oh, we're going to Randy's favorite place. But like I've had to go to Brooklyn so much, you know, in the past many years, because there's so many film studios out there, and that's where a lot of the work that I would do is out there. So it's like, all right, going to Brooklyn. No, not moving to Brooklyn. It's not that Brooklyn's bad. It's just far. It's just unnecessarily far. Like it shouldn't take me over an hour by train to get there. It shouldn't take me 40 minutes or so to drive there. It's just difficult to get to. Because if I want to take the train, I gotta do all of these transfers to get anywhere. Like the subway system in Brooklyn sucks. All right. Not gonna say that. So yeah, we're moving to Sniper Island. No, we're not moving to Florida. Look, here's the thing, Jin. At the next Sanji Summit, I'm coming in to Heat on Feet playing. All right, so don't worry. Baller said no more Siren Sama. Maybe not. Maybe not. But I'll pull the OS. I'll pull the sound bite for everybody. Will my time zone change? No. Time zone's not changing. So. Ugh. I'm not looking forward to packing all of this. Oh, man. Yeah. So is everybody cool with that? If it's a collab or even just a hangout? Let's see. Shout out to the still 340 people in here. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Dizza said, dang, just realized Tekking, JD, Randy, and Morge all moved this year. Yeah, they did, didn't they? Well, the biggest issue for us is that we're in a one bedroom, you know, so it's, and Mars is getting older, so we have to rectify that. I should do a late night talk show too. I have a great person. I'll set up all collabs like a late night talk show. Just with the TV on. You know, that actually would be kind of funny, right? If I set up the make it like Space Ghost Coast to Coast, for those who know. Put a little TV, put the person on the TV. That would take a lot of work. That would take too much work, but that would be funny. That'd be funny. Yeah. Ugh. At a desk, constantly tapping my cards on the table. Yeah, right. That's funny. If I had cards, I would have just done it right here. I'm like looking, I don't really have any. Yeah. Oh yeah, it would be a lot of work. Oh, I'm going to be packing very carefully. Don't want anything to break for sure. Yeah. Roger said, have I read the chapter? Yes, about 2 hours ago. We're almost at the end of the stream here. It was an excellent present from Oda. This was my birthday present from Oda. Not, you know, I don't count last week on my actual birthday. The birthday number, October 31st, 1031. Randy 1031. Yeah. Man. I just can't believe that there's 1,031 chapters of One Piece right now. Like, none of us really should have ever gotten to this number. But we're here. And it's awesome. It's awesome. Barry and Chrissy are talking in the chat. There's going to be a cooking stream one of these days. Matching aprons. Do it. I mean, once we like move, Chrissy is going to do her channel. So anything's on the table then. Chrissy wants to do a cooking stream. By all means. Dizza said, shout out to the ones that couldn't make it this far. Yes, moment of silence. Pour out all the liquor. No, I don't have the Sanji cookbook. Oh, we are definitely feasting, Roger. Definitely feasting. Definitely. We here. Heat on feet.
Bro, look, you got the heat on feet, bro.
Shout out to Inkhead Marley for subscribing. Thanks for being here. And, yeah. Probably wrap the stream up in a couple of minutes here, guys. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want everybody to look forward to Bebop content. Okay? I cannot talk about it now. I can't talk about it yet. Can't talk about it, but I've seen it. Okay? Soon enough I'll be able to talk about it. And look out for that content. So, yes. We talk OP, we talk anime, we talk life. Soon we're going to talk about Bebop, and we're going to relate it to what to expect from the other Tomorrow Studio production, One Piece. So I'm excited to do that video. And yeah, that's going to come soon. Chin, the reaction trailer for Bebop is a VOD. You can look it up. It's available. And then the full thing is in the members area. So. Can Grizzy make bell Grizzy make bell peppers and beef without the beef? That's a deep cut there. I love it. Yeah, Dizza, all that's coming soon. All that's coming soon. Once we have a little more time, then we'll be able to really get to work on some stuff. So. Brandon, I did read your super chat probably about an hour ago. Yep. Let's see. Basing again, it was. Yeah, we talked about the eyebrows and stuff. So, before I run, guys, anything else anybody wants to talk about the chapter, or you just want to keep talking about random live hangout things? Which I don't mind either. You know, I mean, like, that's cool. I mean, that's what we're here for also. Yeah, most of all, I'm hoping the hissing OST is gone. Sirens are kind of funny. But, yeah. Baller 10 feels like we've been waiting forever for the live action One Piece. Have they even started casting yet? I mean, I can't confirm anything because I don't know, but I would assume based on their production schedule that yes, they I'm sure there are offers out. I mean, I kind of feel like they're probably shooting, so I don't know, but we'll find out soon enough. Like, and I mean, and like actually soon enough. Like, things are actually happening now. The pandemic slowed everything down, but things are actually happening now, so there's that. No love for Drake's sword agenda? What do you mean? I'm always about sword agenda. Tyler said, great stream, Randy. Glad your birthday chapter is fire. I'm glad my birthday chapter was fire also. That I can go back. You know, Chrissy's birthday chapter was the Groggy Ring, which was, you know, also the chapter that everybody was talking about because it had the color spread with Grown Momo and the Kozuki symbol, you know, over a decade before that ever happened. So she's got a cool birthday chapter. Now I have a cool birthday chapter also with the color spread. And funny enough, both chapters that had to deal with Sanji and Zoro also. Look at that. Look at that, Chrissy. What to expect for episode 1000? When episode 1000 releases, I'll probably do a stream for that. That sounds like something that, you know, would be fun to do and experience with everybody. So. Best OP figures you own tier list? I mean, I could totally do that. I mean, yeah. Which one is my favorite One Piece figure? Let's see. Jack Shelton. Randy, do you think he might be using the ability of the suit without it, but in lesser ways he disappeared again? No, I don't think that he actually vanished. I think that he just sped really fast, like when he kicked Oven to protect what was it? Not Lola. Chiffon. Let's see. The director and animation cast for 1000 looks insane. All right. Hobo Shoe, do you think the episode 1000 big announcement could be a cast list? Honestly, if I was them, I would save it for that, because everybody's going to be looking at One Piece anyway. I think that would make sense. That would make a lot of sense. And I would be very down for that. It's going to cover 989. That's great. With the great panel of them all, you know, getting together. It's perfect. It's perfect. Christopher Stewart, thanks for subscribing. If my figures came to life Chucky style, could you beat them? Some of them. Some of them, probably. There are a few that I would be worried about. But I was asked which ones are my favorite figures. I think... So I really love this Marco. This one might be like one of my top figures right here. I love this one. This raid suit Sanji is great. My General Frankie. Always wanted one of those. Finally got one. One of my favorite pieces of just One Piece merch is probably the log pose. The Eternal pose here. Love that. Love props that are like have multiple uses. My Bellamy figure, because it's a custom. It's not actually made by Banpresso that makes most of the figures. I had to order it from a company that like fills in the gaps. Ben King, thanks for joining. Appreciate you. And let's see, anything else? I have a really cool Kuma. My Whitebeard is pretty awesome. Really like this crocodile also. There's so many that I like. I mean, it's hard to... This area over here. Like this crocodile is cool. This Whitebeard is awesome. That Kuma. Ugh. Took you for a ride there, guys. And that VV that is there from the color spread was the first figure of this line that I had bought, so, you know, there's sentimentality there. see. Emil said that their birthday chapter is them going to Jaya. That's a good one. That's a good one. Jack Selton said that's an impressive Marco. Thank you. Do I have the Bampresto Fisher Tiger? Yeah. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there's a whole shelf that you guys normally can't see down below where there's like a lot of flashback characters and like them as kids and whoever, you know. Let's see. Whitebeard probably takes down. Yeah. Joy said, can't wait to see Bellamy again. Yeah, me too. Let's see. Where do I get these? Usually Taobao for the customs. So there's a couple of different custom groups: YZ Studio, BBF Studio, G5 Studio, which sort of makes a lot more like realistic looking figures. This Kaido is from there. I only get certain figures from them because it doesn't match the Bampresto style, whereas YZ and BBF does. So I look out for them. Oh, they just announced in silhouette Oda style that one of the custom groups is making a Big News Morgans figure, and I've been waiting for a Big News Morgans figure. So that's my next purchase. They haven't shown what it's going to look like. It's just the silhouette, but it's finally going to have a Big News Morgans. So a lot of these are like limited figures, so if you don't get them when they're out and still cheap, people up the price on them by like almost 3 times, 5 times in some cases on like Yahoo Japan and stuff. It's kind of crazy. Lucy B said their birthday chapter was Zoro and Sanji versus King and Queen, 1023. Yeah. A-Baller said I need another Yamato figure. I need one Yamato figure. I'm still waiting for the... still waiting. I have one pre-ordered. Shonen Jump is doing like a 2-pack of like Yamato and Ace from the flashback, like where they're like, you know, about to fight each other. So I think that's going to be the Yamato that I'm getting. But I'm also waiting for one of the custom groups to like make one, because the Yamato figure should be a little taller than the other ones, and I'm kind of like OCD in that respect. Like that's why I like the customs so much, because they size the characters appropriately. You know, like obviously this Big Mom here should, you know, not be the same size as Kid or Law, so General Frankie should not be small. Blackbeard should not be small. Queen should be a little bigger. Like that's what I like. And Dark Skull Pirate said the B-Day chapter for him was 1027 Sanji versus Snake Queen Bronchiosaurus. That's a great chapter. That's the one where that's Adamantium Drip right there. That's a nice chapter. That's a nice one. Sulong, Viper, and Dogstorm figure. No, so I don't have a Nekomamushi figure at all, and that's because the only Nekomamushi figure that's available is like a little tiny one, and Nekomamushi should really be at least the size of like this Jack or this like. Like I do have an Inu Arashi, but I still want to get like one that's a little taller. So, yeah. Justin said I'm a quirky dude. Gotta love it. Yeah, I don't know. This sort of turned into a talk about me talking about figures and stuff. Barry said they haven't been figure hunting in a while, but the last one they got was Vivi dressed as Karu. I've seen that figure. I thought it was pretty cool, but I only have a few like big figures like that. You know, like the 8 to like 12-inch sort of thing. Like I have them up here. Like I have this Vivi, this Sanji. Chrissy got me that. Chrissy got me the crocodile too, and then that Frankie. So. Tokyo Otaku Mode is good, but they don't really do the WCF figures, which is like they used to, but they don't do it anymore. I guess they weren't selling, so I don't know. But that's what I like. Tame, thank you. I appreciate it's interesting. I mean, I don't know if it is or not, you know. I mean, we still have almost 300 people in here, so I appreciate that. Music F3B, do you still believe Law is a Marine even though he wants to know the history? Absolutely, because knowing the history doesn't affect that. I'd question it more if Law said something along the lines of like, I need to find the One Piece, you know? He doesn't have the same goals that the other pirates do. He just wants to know the true history of the world, and the meaning of the Will of D. So he could totally still be a member of SWORD and like searching for those answers. Barry said still hunting for a 10-inch Robin figure that I like. There was one really cool Robin figure that I've seen that it's not 10 inches, it was probably closer to 7 or whatever, but if you wanted like a cool Robin statue, I'd look for the Dressrosa Figuarts figure. It's Robin in her Dressrosa outfit, and it's kind of branching from like her arms and like blossoming out like a tree. It's a really cool figure, and I had considered buying it for the Dressrosa shelf that I have here because I don't have a Dressrosa Robin. But it's the figure's just too big, so she'd be the same size as like Hajridin, and that would just be like way too weird. But that's one of the best Robin figures I've ever seen. Do I have an overview picture of the figure collection? So I actually have a video on the channel where like I kind of like zoom in and go into different places. It's a year old, so it's missing some things. I need to do a figure collection update, and I might actually do something before I break it all down. That might be something fun to do, like one of like the last, like this is the way it was before I packed it all away. I think I'm definitely going to do something like that for my own posterity also, because I spent the time creating all of it. So I guess look out for that. So Giovanni asked for the OST in the chat. So the OST is by Kato and Styes Mask. So I put it in the chat. So those are two different names. You can find Kato's got a whole bunch of really cool lo-fi for even other animes, and then Stizmek I think as well. I know exactly which one you're talking about. Very motivated. The Robin and with the long coat spreading the wings. Yeah, that was like a huge statue type thing. Yeah, it was cool, but unnecessary. So. But so I think I'm gonna run, guys, because I'm really hungry. And I know Chrissy's cooking up some meatballs. But this was fun. This was fun. I love talking about this stuff. I mean, there's probably other people in the chat that are like, talk about the chapter, talk about the chapter. I don't know. So I went off on a tangent. We can talk more about this next week when it's sort of like more of a... unless I'm doing a collab, it can be more of a nebulous thing where we're just hanging out and, you know, talking about anything. But, yeah. Thanks so much, guys, for coming by. Thanks so much for hanging out. This was an awesome stream. Definitely one of my favorites. Definitely on like a high that it's like my birthday chapter. You know, even more than I possibly could have been last week when it was actually my birthday. Still can't get over the fact that it was back to back. We'll be back to our regular non-birthday related streams and analyses next week. And yeah, this was fun. Thanks so much, guys. And I'll catch you later. All right.